Hey y'all, let's make this juicy and delicious baked salmon and veggies in foil. This is garlicky and loaded with fresh herbs. Let's go ahead and get cooking. All right, now I have half a stick of salted butter, and to that I'm adding 1 tablespoon of fresh minced garlic. It has to be fresh because you know that fresh garlic flavor is really going to infuse into the salmon. Now I have a number of fresh herbs here. I'm starting out by putting in some rosemary, and I'm just going to pluck that off a fresh rosemary sprig, and also some fresh thyme. I think dill pairs perfectly with salmon. It's one of the main herbs that I use for my salmon, and I'm just going to mix that until it is well combined. Then I'm going to place that to the side. Take out a piece of heavy duty foil. I think heavy duty is better so that nothing will seep out of the foil and just leak onto the tray. This is a 1 pound piece of salmon, and I'm going to salt this down to my taste and also sprinkle on some Old Bay and some cayenne. And that's all you're going to need for the seasoning. I'm going to add some fresh green beans here, and I'm going to repeat the seasonings on the green beans. Now load it up with about half of that butter and just rub it all over the salmon piece and all over the veggies. This recipe to me is better with a bigger piece of salmon like this because it makes sure the salmon does not overcook. Now to increase the freshness and the aroma, I'm going to go in and put some of the extra herbs on my salmon. So a little bit more dill, a little bit more rosemary and thyme. And of course, you need a squeeze of fresh lemon juice just to brighten everything and bring that acidity to this dish. I'm then going to go in and wrap this up well. Okay, you got to wrap it and lock it down. Okay, because we don't want none of those juices running out everywhere. And the steam is also needed to cook the green beans and the salmon as well. Now I have another piece of salmon. It is also 1 pound, and to this one I'm actually going to do some broccolini. Broccolini or tender stem, you can find this in a lot of places like Target will sell it or Whole Foods. They are absolutely delicious, and they are actually perfect for this because when you cook them like this, they become so tender and just supple, and they take on a really great flavor from the salmon. So this will be perfect. Now I'm going to season this one the same way that I seasoned my other salmon packet, adding on some fresh herbs, some Old Bay, salt and cayenne, and lemon juice. And y'all, this is just too easy, okay? Such an easy recipe. Now I'm going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees, okay? I've had it preheating already, and I'm going to allow this to cook for at first about 10 minutes. At the 10-minute mark, I'm going to open my salmon and I'm going to just turn the vegetables a little bit. I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to allow it to cook for about 5 more minutes. At the 15-minute mark, I open up the top of the salmon, and I feel like the salmon needs to brown a little bit. I like a little color on there. So for the last minute, I'm going to let it broil on low so that it can develop a nice color. And at the end of that, you're going to have some juicy, delicious salmon that is perfect for a meal prep or just a quick weeknight meal. If you enjoyed this recipe, please give me a like. I love you and God loves you, and I will see you next time in Kamira's Kitchen. Thank you so much for joining me today, and goodbye.